Yeah, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Prison Break Raw. I'm your host, the one and only Big JD. If you were able to pull away from all the typical media BS regarding the fuckery in Washington, D.C., from all these buffoons and hair sniffers and weirdos, you would have heard about another big breaking story. Lisa Montgomery, sometime around midnight, of course, that's usually when they execute these people, was put to death by the federal government in the BOP, the first woman to be executed by the federal government in over 70 years. Occurred today, or tonight, midnight, whatever. And some people are outraged. Once again, Orange Man bad. So this woman's attorney is blaming Trump for this execution because he wouldn't entertain any thoughts of commuting her sentence or staying the execution or doing anything like that. He just didn't even give it any thought. I mean, fuck, dude's got a lot of shit on his plate right now, don't you think? And some butchering fucking lunatic is like the last thing on his mind. Because that's what this woman is. She's fucking batshit crazy for what she did. So let's get into what she did. Let's also talk about the impact of the victims and everything else that a lot of these soft neckbeard type of people don't ever want to consider. And I don't know if Kim Fake-Assian had anything to do with like trying to get her out or get her off or anything like that, like she's done for other people like that scumbag Rodney Reed. But nothing worked. Because she's gone. She's out of there. She got off easy. Because if I was in charge of the executions in this country, people like her would suffer a more nastier fate. I'd probably try to bring the Coliseum back, but that's another story. So anyways, let's talk about what she did. So back in 2004, this nut job decided she wanted another baby. I don't know if she could have more babies or what it was. She already had kids of her own. That's the thing. It wasn't like she was some woman that found out that she could never have children or she had some kind of medical condition that prevented her from ever having kids and her lifelong dream was to have children. She already had them. She just wanted to kill this woman and take her baby for whatever reason it was. Who really cares? The point is that she did it. She lied in wait inside of this woman's house. She came home, she strangled her, unconscious. Bobby Joe Stinnett, was like 22, 23 years old at the time, pulled out a butcher knife and proceeded to cut the baby out of her stomach. Bobby Joe wakes up in the middle of that stuff, so then she just put her out of her misery, killed her, took the baby and split. Well, so this is 2004, so Amber Alerts and stuff are already out there. Amber Alert was called, she was caught. But think about this for a minute. Somebody that's that unstable, who knows what she would have done with this child? Or she would have found out, look, I can't go any further, I've gone too far, I just need to get rid of this baby. Could have just thrown it in a dumpster, thrown it off a bridge, thrown it in an alley, thrown it out in front of a fucking moving car on the street. Who knows, man? Wrapped up in something. Truck just drives by and runs it over, man, like nothing. You can't see what's in it. So she got executed. Big deal. She got off lucky and she got off easy, like I said. The child that she cut out of this woman's stomach is now 16 years old. She's, for the most part, have been kept from all the media hype and the limelight and everything like that. Probably for the better. What a lot of people don't understand, these people that fight for these scumbags on death row, is you never think about the victims and you never think about the impact it has on a lot of these people, especially if it's a child or children. What if a guy molested 5 kids and he killed 4 of them? The one kid that remains has to live with that for the rest of their life. All the struggles, the turmoil, the the pain and suffering and PTSD and all that, creates a destructive life pattern within themselves to where they get on drugs or they do all kinds of weather shit or stick a gun in their mouth and blow the fucking head off their shoulders, all of that stuff. Being a survivor of an assault myself, I could tell you, man, it's a hard thing to deal with all of your life when you have to think about it every single day, especially if you end up with any kind of a physical after effects, things that have harmed you physically, mentally, all that stuff. How about the woman that was raped and she became pregnant, or the child that was molested and became pregnant? They must look at this kid every single day of their life and remember that scumbag. This is the reality of all of this. Who's really thinking about this child? Nobody is. These people don't care about that. This poor girl, on every single birthday that she has for the rest of her life, when she's sitting there and blowing out her candles, she's got to remember and be reminded that it's just another day away from the day that she was born by murder, where she was chucked straight, cut right up out of her mother's stomach. That's got to be tough to deal with every single day, right? So this woman was executed. Some other dude was executed for killing a couple of, Bible students or something like that. Are there going to be any more executions within the next few days or not? I have no idea. I don't know what's on the agenda for that. But yeah, Lisa Montgomery. First woman in 70 years. Just goes to show you that equality, when it comes to swift justice by lethal injection or whatever the means are in whatever state that they're in, there's pretty much gender equality when it comes to that. Because if you've done something that heinous, they're going to put you out of your misery. And they're going to make the world a much better place without you chopping people's children out of their bodies, ripping people's hearts out of their chest, and all this other craziness, shooting up schools, shooting up churches, and everything like that. Those people need to be gassed, injected, shot, beaten, tortured, and thrown into a pit with lions. I firmly believe that. Got to be some kind of justice to all of this. Don't harm the innocents. You already know what it is. You heard it right here. Prison Break raw, uncut, uncensored, no holds barred, non-sugarcoating, not politically correct, all up in your face, slapping you with that dick of reality. And I'm out.